Hey guys, it's your boy G, and today we're going to be taking a look at the claw. What claw do you use in order to keep your GPS or your phone mounted to your handlebars and giving you some type of confidence? Most people use this jammy right here, the claw. Goes over the corner of your phone here, adjustable ball joint here, adjustable ball joint here, and this goes to your handlebars. I decided not to take that route, and instead I went with Ciro's Claw right here. So let's take a closer look. So Ciro's Claw is a little different here, and I prefer it for sure. People now are using their phones for their GPS pretty consistently, and even for filming, and I didn't want to put, you know, the responsibility of some webbing and 4 prongs as my holder for my phone, because in today's world phones are very good and very expensive. If you take a look at this, you'll see that this is completely capturing your phone to the point that your phone actually sits on a shelf. If you can see that there. So it can't actually escape. This to me is far superior than some webbing and 4-point prongs. It does not have the amount of ball joints. It only has one. I don't know if you can even see it, but there's a ball joint right here. So like, see if you can see that ball joint. Yeah, right there, ball joint. So it doesn't have the 2, right? But the grip itself is superior. What you do is you just lock it down right here and you see it moves in. And that part is adjustable. So you spin this and it changes how far out this will go. So let's put this into practice. Here's what I'm trying to show you. I have this set where the phone can barely squeeze in as it is. It takes a decent amount of pressure where I have it set to even put it in, and then it's stopped by the shelving. All right, and then I haven't even locked it in place yet. I give it that, and this thing is not going anywhere. Now you could take that ball joint, loosen it, and turn it sideways. So there is some, you can tilt it, you can turn it. I'm just giving you like a basic phone setup. All right. To me, I like the look of that a lot more. Look at it on the bike. On this kind of a bike with 8 hangers, I just felt like I didn't want this. You know, I didn't want this on my handlebars. If you have that, that's fine. If it's working for you, fine. But I felt this was neater, and actually it's a more effective claw.
The claw is our master. Claw chooses who will go and who will stay.
This is ludicrous.
So some more things that you should know about Ciro's Claw here. You have this. You can see it makes this larger for your lockdown, or smaller. I'll have to readjust mine now to figure out what fits for my phone. Just lock it down. Okay. You have this ball joint back here. I don't know if you can even see this. Right here. That'll make this whole thing movable. So I'm going to go back over here again. This whole thing is movable now. So you could have your phone horizontal, right? You can tilt it, you know, if you want to get it up out of the way of your instrument panel so you could see it better or whatever. All right. But the key is actually these L and ball joint. All right. So I'm going to go to that right now. Let's see here where I can see. Yeah. So that's really what they're good at making. The ball joints for all different types of things. Cup holders, GPS holders, and it's just an L with a ball joint and then something to tighten it. All right. Now what you have to do is loosen these if you're putting them on your traditional Harley fairing. Some people will take this all the way off. I did not. I was concerned. You'll see I did get a little nick right there, a little scratch. I don't know how deep that is. Maybe that'll come out. So some people won't, you know, their bike is super important to them. They'll just take the windshield all the way off. I did not. I just loosened the 3 bolts and shoved it in there. Now, part of the problem that I had with that, is the L shape is just a U, an upside down U. I wanted it to be enclosed so that a bolt would go through it and it would be stuck there. The U made me feel like this thing could fly off, especially because Harleys shake. What I found was that it's just not the case. So if you pull it out and you're looking at it and you're thinking, is this thing even going to stay there? It will. I mean, there is just no space really for it to go anywhere because the windscreen is actually like at a tilt, and you've got 3 bolts squeezing it into a space that it barely fit in the first place. It also has, I don't know if you could see that, but under here it's got a nice little rubber cushion so that you're not squeezing metal into the fairing of your bike. Now, last thing I want to mention is, what about if rain gets in here? And so I talked to a buddy about that. I have 2 different buddies that I go to for stuff like this because they can literally like build bikes from scratch. And what my buddies told me is, 1, when you park, turn your windshield, turn your steering wheel all the way in that direction. And 2, a little drip and drab of like 1 or 2 dots of rain is all that's going to get in there when you're riding. So you don't really have a problem. You would only have a problem if you were washing your bike with a hose and you were just directly spraying it for a long period of time into that hole like some kind of moron. So if those are concerns of yours, I actually have looked into them. I hope this helps. It's time to take a ride.
My arm has really been bothering me.
Oh no, Dad!
Oh yeah, it's becoming a claw! Nothing can stop the claw! Run, boy, run! Save yourself!
Do the Claw Mom, Dad! Do the Claw Mom!
Uh-oh, you found the claw's only weakness. Sub-zero temperatures!
All right, one little last detail that is really important with the Cirro GPS/phone holder, or as I like to call it, the Claw. What version of it that you want. So if you look at mine, I plug in right here to the lighter that is part of my fairing options, run a cable, and it'll charge. Some people will opt to not get this model, and it'll come with a model where you can actually run the electric through the fairing and up to this, which is where you have your switches for everything, so that you could have it turned on. Or I've seen people actually remove the tank and run it down through here to the battery directly. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted, like, as long as the cable's black, I'm fine. And so this would be the setup I would use. On the newer phones, the battery life is so good, I wonder if you'd even need this. Especially since you can run, you have a tour pack. So you could just have something charging in the tour pack and swap phones. And also people buy the lithium batteries now, and just, you could throw one of those in the back and be getting a recharge while you're out and about doing whatever, or even like have, you know, maybe you're with your wife, she has it in her purse and you're getting a recharge, or she puts her phone up and you start charging or whatever. My point is, I opted not to have the second one. If you want to have an even cleaner look, make sure you order that, because they're not interchangeable. If you order the version that I have, you can't like order a piece that will change it over. All right, so good stuff to know.